welcome back. This is Arunava Chaudhuri and you are on my YouTube channel, Arunfoot. The latest update in the Anwar Ali saga is that the player has today on July 17th reached out to the AIFF Players Status Committee. Yes, he's written to them that he wants an appointment and he wants them to look into the matter Anwar Ali versus Mohun Bagan Super Giant, and that's the next chapter in this, what I've termed as the saga. What's next? Well, the Player Status Committee doesn't meet every 2-3 days or on a weekly basis. They meet on a case-to-case basis. They had their last meeting on the 5th of July. And normally they club a number of cases together and look into them. Now, this is a high-profile and maybe one of the most high-profile cases in the recent past for the Player Status Committee in Indian football. So maybe they might even do a physical appointment, and invite both the parties to Football House to sit down and look into the matter. I'm not sure, but again, this could be an approach. And on the other side, what is Mohun Bagan going to do? Well, they have sent a message to the player that he needs to report for training on Friday, 19th of July, and then one would see what would be the next steps. They have gone as a club to the IFA to register the player to play in the Calcutta Football League. That has been turned down by the IFA because the IFA said this is a matter which is going to go to the Player Status Committee, so we can't register the player for this competition, for this tournament, because there's no clarity on what's the status of the player. Is it your player or is he not your player? So that's the situation on both sides. So let's see if Anwar turns up for training on Friday. If you ask me, I would have my doubts. Let's see how long the Player Status Committee takes to put in a date and say, listen, this is the hearing. Please present your case. And my opinion has not changed. That I think that the player cannot unilaterally terminate such a contract. As is normally the case in contracts, either you have a termination clause and then it's mentioned what time frame you have to terminate a contract, what would be the compensation for the one side or the other side, and then you could do the termination. But in this case, no termination clause means that the two sides need to come together, find an agreement, and then only can they terminate the clause. And as I've mentioned in my earlier videos, East Bengal, if they are made party to this, they could face trouble because, yeah, it is clear that at the moment, at least on paper, Anwar Ali still is a player of Mohun Bagan Super Giant. If there's been approach, that could mean trouble. Delhi FC, of course, also Ranjit Bajaj, there's also involvement on that. So it'll be very interesting to see when the Player Status Committee really convenes, looks at this matter. Do they take an instant decision? Do have a potential second hearing? And are the parties happy with the solution presented? Or do they then go to the next higher authority, which would then be FIFA and the FIFA Players Tribunal? They could be happy, they might not be happy. And then they can go to CAS in Lausanne, which is the highest sporting deciding body in the world. So the Anwar Ali saga continues. And I think not only I, but also you all will keep an eye on what happens next. Let me know what you think. Let me have your thoughts on the matter. As always, like this video, share this video, subscribe to Arunfoot, subscribe to my other social medias, also to visit arunfoot.com, and I'll be back very, very soon. This is Arunava Chaudhuri signing off. Bye for now.